उन्हें ऐसे मतलब कुछ एयर नहीं है कि मैं तो हूँ अमेजिंग, which he is. लोकेशन था, वहाँ पे एक गार्डन था, तो वो क्रिकेट खेलते थे वहाँ पे.
He's already achieved what he has to achieve. Not mainstream, non-formula, and people who didn't have faith, at least in the industry, to make it. They're not physical entities. Their space is limitless.
I have very in fact this I completely इनसे सहमत हूँ मैं.
Hi, this is Mithila Palkar.
And this is Abhay Deol.
And you are watching
Bollywood Hungama.
Correct.
Right, and so when you're having an actor of the caliber of Vijay Raaz, how do you respond to the Adan Pradan that you get? Because I think he's an outstanding actor.
Absolutely.
Well, she had most of the work with him,
Yes.
so ask her that question. I had unfortunately not enough, and I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Actually मेरे साथ भी मैंने भी एक ही सीन किया है उनके साथ, वो हाँ आखिरी एक सीन किया है, लेकिन उनका presence on set is very unassuming. Like he is very unassuming. उन्हें ऐसे मतलब कुछ एयर नहीं है कि मैं तो हूँ अमेजिंग, which he is. He's amazing. वो हम सभी को पता है. He has between takes हम सब वहाँ पे बैठ के Uno खेलते. We used to entertain ourselves. We used to play Uno. We used to play this new game called Double. We used to play कुछ पत्ते खेलते थे otherwise. So he used to participate in it. We were where we were shooting that scene जहाँ उनका घर या अड्डा दिखाया है, वो जो लोकेशन था वहाँ पे एक गार्डन था, तो वो क्रिकेट खेलते थे वहाँ पे सबके साथ, क्रू के साथ. तो he just made it so simple for all of us to just get along with him that it was not so difficult at all to then face him on screen.
No, definitely. And I think जो उनका fascination and जो love affair उनका बाहुबली के साथ में है, I think that's hilarious.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely.
It is absolutely hilarious. I think the best part is when that guy he comes up with mutton chops and he's
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious when that moment happened. All right, but as an actor, when you see it, when you must have seen the final product, so when you're seeing someone like Vijay Raaz on screen, how do you respond to it? Because I think he has amazing energies, and his approach to scenes, I personally feel is very different from a lot of other actors. Some may be rather very outgoing. He tends to be like very he internalizes.
It's very internal.
And
that's
just
what,
by his deadpan face, and you can just burst out laughing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you find something of that sort interesting as an actor when you watch?
I think any good actor has that quality, where you imbibe and embody it. You're not trying too hard. And I think and as Mithila was saying, the fact that he was unassuming, he was on set playing cricket, doing his thing. He's already achieved what he has to achieve. There's no competition there, So I think he's the classic example of a good actor. Right. One who's very comfortable in his skin, one who doesn't have to try too hard, and one who's not competing with anyone. He's secure where he's coming from, and someone like that does create an inspiration, or an environment where people like us who are younger or not as experienced, for us to feel A, not intimidated by him, so that B, we can just treat him like any one of us, and then take from his experience and react to him really, to what he's doing.
Okay, and what is your, how do you analyze this entire digital sort of onslaught that we have right now? She's a veteran.
Yes, we know.
I love how everyone's calling me a veteran in front of you. This is amazing.
Right. But considering that you've always taken your chances, you've always experimented with different forms of storytelling. Do you find it fascinating? You're a producer as well.
It's not fascinating. It's something I was expecting and looking forward to, because I knew it would happen. We'd already seen it happen in other countries. Netflix had made a name for itself in LA and been disruptive and been creative and put some amazing artists out there with some amazing ideas. And I was waiting for the day it would arrive here for a long time. When I was making my content, which was considered not mainstream, non-formula, and people who didn't have faith, at least in the industry, to make it, they only released because there was the multiplexes that were being built at the time, and so there was exhibition space, but there was less content. Right. It's the same thing happening all over again. It's just that this time it's not multiplexes, this time it's digital platforms, and they're not physical entities. Their space is limitless, and someone like a Netflix, for example, is an international player. And having done this in other places already, they're veterans in not just being in the online space, but in creating content. And so it would take something like a Netflix for the next evolution of Indian cinema. You know, it would take something like a Netflix for the next generation of filmmakers and for diversity to come in. They brought in diversity in terms of ethnicity, for example, in LA and Hollywood.
Right.
The similar thing they can do here in India, where they can bring diversity of thought and caste and background. You know, something
Even
that we
censorship.
don't discuss.
Even censorship.
Censorship is a larger issue. The internet is full of sex and violence that is easily available. Let's not just jump on the OTT platforms, and let's not just jump on our filmmakers. As soon as you censor, all you'll do is you'll censor the OTT platforms and the artists, but you won't censor the internet. So what you're doing is you're limiting genuine players from exploring these different themes that we are exposed to on a daily basis. You will cut away nuance from the dialogue by censoring it. But what you're avoiding your people from being exposed to, you will not cut that off. They will be exposed to that in any case. So it's good. It's a good dialogue worth having, and get a certificate for things. You know, let people decide what they can and cannot see.
Okay, and do we see you maybe producing stuff? And
I've done this show called The Odds, which is still in completion. We did a special presentation and closed the Indian Film Festival of LA in the month of April, and yeah, I'm working on a couple other things as well.
Okay, would love to see much more of you actually, ideally. All right, and what about you? What are your views on this debate that is going on censorship about in the digital
I have
space?
very like in fact this I completely इनसे सहमत हूँ मैं और मुझे ऐसे भी लगता है कि as makers we should be responsible just because we have been given the freedom. We don't take it and run with it. We have to work responsibly, and I think we shouldn't underestimate the makers or the audience. So
Yeah.
be very wise, like do what you do wisely. I think we are all here to tell stories, and we should do them, you know, responsibly. We should tell them responsibly.
That's the word maybe.
Hi, this is Mithila Palkar,
And this is Abhay Deol,
and you are watching.
Bollywood Hungama.
Correct.